Not everyone appreciates what we got from life. I'm talking about our body. Everyone take it as a granted in the beginning of the journey. When everything's fine and good, we do not really think about that much. But when something happens, especially in the older years, we getting thoughts that we probably would like to take better care about our bodies. That's something that happened to me. Recently I stretched my back and I didn't broke it completely, thanks God. And I spent some time to recover it, like 2 weeks, and it's a long time, especially in the industry where I work. So what I did to stretch my back, I often work in a small piece with big, huge, and heavy stuff. And I often need to bond my knees and my back, and I need to often to turn my chest left and right to put the heavy items in a proper position, right? And at one point, I start noticing uncomfortable feelings in lower back of my body, and at some point it start hurts really bad. So what I did back then, I wouldn't recommend anyone to do that. I took some painkillers. So painkillers did help me for some time, but then I noticed that some pressure start building up in my back, so I can't bond it anymore. I can't turn it so easily as it was before. And again, I wouldn't advise to do this to anyone. I was continue working for 2 weeks, and my coworkers noticed that I'm working slowly. And of course, each time I do my job, I feel like uncomfortable, painful feelings in my back. Sometimes it was sharp, sometimes it was blunt pain, but I was sweating, and I think if I would apply much more efforts in my job, I would probably end up with a real injury. So I talked to my coworkers, and they gave me like enough days to recover. I was doing a job, but not that I wasn't do that much heavy lifting, right? Someone else did it. It's good to have that kind of team and coworkers, but what happens if you don't have it, that kind of people around you, and you need to continue to work, or otherwise you're not gonna be paid, right? Obviously. I would advise to have something like a financial caution about that kind of situation that happens in life at least one time or two times. I'm millennial, so it happens very often to me. I don't have really financial consciousness because of the events that happens every year, right? It's what do you call inflation happens third time. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't really concern me. I just doing my job, and I trying to do my way in a life, and it is what it is. It is what they have. So what normally people would do if they experiencing some pain in a back after heavy lifting, right? If pain persists, you would probably would like to show yourself to the doctor. Don't try to fix it yourself, right? It's probably not gonna work. But if it's manageable, some people have experienced one or two times like I do. I had work previously as a mover. I was moving heavy stuff like refrigerators, pianos, and wash machines and other furniture. And I was moving from house to house for people for money. And I remember I hurt my back back then, many years ago, first time. So it wasn't that serious. That's my point. So I did continue to work, and I also was trying to fix it. Meanwhile, like coming home at the night, I would take with me a hot water bottle with me to the bed, and just spend the night with applying it to my back, and I felt better. But it was when I was younger. Right now, I wouldn't risk that much. I would stay home and just do nothing for some time. Last time I had this issue, I spent on the work some time and spent some time on the home, and recovery process took like whole 2 weeks, but it could take less if I just stay home, if it makes sense. Where was I? So what happens if it gets really bad with my back? I would go to the doctor and show myself, which I did, and she prescribed me some medication that removes painful feelings, that removes some inflammation. And she explained me a lot. And then I did my research on the internet that we only got one back, one spine, one spinal cord, and we have a lot of links in the spine. And what happens if we messed up with one link, it's gonna mess up with the whole life experience in the future, right? So it's better to take care now. How to do it? Very easy. Use proper lifting technique with the heavy stuff. Ask someone to help. Don't be shy. Don't do this turning chest stuff with a heavy bag in your hands, right? Eat properly, sleep properly, do sometimes stretches in the morning. I have this round piece of the plastic that I put on the ground, and then I press it with my back towards it, so it keep rolling left and right and back and forth. And that way I apply some pressure on the back of my back, if you may. And this is a good exercise. I don't have anyone who do massage, so this piece of plastic just helped me to do that myself, right? What was the other point that I want to come up with for you guys? Yeah, so when we're younger, we're not noticing any changes, and we think everything is going to regenerate it quickly. But when I got older, I started noticing things that my body doesn't regenerate that quickly. Energy or injuries or even my mood doesn't regenerate that quickly as it was in my younger years. So I start developing good habits like exercising in the morning, drinking water regularly. I don't move that much my back anymore, and if I need to do heavy lifting, I use proper lifting techniques and so on and so on. Also, I visited my doctor a couple of times. We took analysis, like a blood test, and then she did some x-rays on my back. And so far, so good, but I would advise to take care anyway, in any age, even if you're young. If you have kids, you need to take better care of the kids and watch what they do with their bodies, right? We doesn't really appreciate our good functioning body parts, like good vision, good teeth, good joints, until it's too late, actually. So have that mindset in a head that we all need to take better care about our bodies. That's pretty much everything that I wanted to share today. If you like this video, like and subscribe, and see you in the next one.